The biggest obstacle is knowing if, for buyers, if this is the one.
I think initially some of the biggest stress comes from making sure they're making a good choice and buying the right house. And I think sometimes people get overwhelmed with the thought of, I need to make sure this is the right house and that it's the perfect house. And ultimately, I don't believe there's one house that's perfect for everybody.
Especially if it's a first-time home buyer, a lot of times they're super nervous if they're making the right decision, if it's the right house, what if another house pops up?
It's very hard for me not to look at a buyer and say, this is the perfect house for you. You have to get this house, because I want them to make the decision. And what I have to do and what our team has to do is point out the things that they said originally that they really love and remind them that this house has all that.
It definitely does help when you know them and you know a little bit of background on the person buying, because you can really find that house and know this is it, this is the one for them.
You can look at a lot of different things about a house, and you're going to have to ultimately compromise between, you know, whether or not you have to redo a bathroom to get the location you want, or maybe you have to strip some wallpaper because the layout's perfect or whatnot.
It's something where we can sit down and say what is truly important. And again, it kind of goes back to the consultation, where we can dig deep to find out what are must-haves, what are deal breakers, you know, those sort of things of what they're looking for.
And part of our job is to make sure that we guide you in that direction and constantly remind you of the things you originally wanted and the things that were important to you in the beginning.
So you can kind of always reel them back in and say, hey, well, remember we talked about, you know, you having a fenced-in backyard for your dog to run out in the backyard. That's, you know, a huge plus. It's a must-have for you.
I would really not be able to sleep at night if I thought that one of my buyers or one of my clients was pressured into a situation and they made a purchase that I know they would regret even a year down the road.
Our goal is to never have a client look back, you know, a year from now or 10 years from now and say, I really shouldn't have bought that house. So we try to think about that in everything that we do with our clients.
I'm super conscientious of the fact that I want my clients to be happy. Even after they sign on the dotted line, even after I get my check, I want to be able to call them a year from now, 3 years from now, and know that they still feel like that was the right purchase for them at that time in their life.